Nice one, Anthony. Do we have any viewers yet? Oh, we do have some viewers. No likes yet, but that'll come. You're okay, Livy. I'm just waiting for my usual crowd. People that are interested in finance and the stock market. If you've got a stock market channel, fine, let me know and speak to me in the chat before you try and go live with me. $2,500 shares here. We're adding back 2,500 I took off. We're moving back up again. I always get out if it turns against us. So that basically makes our average, increases our average cost, but increases our size as well. Yes. That's not. It's a bit of a fake out. Let's take half the position off. We'll lock in the gains, as it were. Now we're waiting for the break of highs, which currently the highs are 590. I'll wait for the break of 6 before I add. Lower volume, low liquidity pre-market, so you want to be scaling back and just trading a little bit smaller than you would in the open market. I'm still doing kind of lots of 2,500. I'm confident with my strategy. I'm very confident with my strategy, Lindsay. I'm looking to break 7 figures this year in net profit after charges, transaction charges, commissions and stuff. So I would say I'm very confident with my strategy. I've done over $40,000 already this month, and it's only today's only the third of over 50,000 if I include today's gains so far, and it's only the 3rd of August. So in 3 days, over 50k. That's half my monthly goal. So I wanted to see it hold above 6. I'm just going to get out there, pulling back. It's getting rejected at $6. But hey, Ian, how you doing? Good start to the day, nearly 4k before the bell. So, well, in the first half an hour. Now, this is usually my riskiest moment. Is the first my first 30 minutes of being able to trade 7:30 to 8 o'clock market time. That's when I'm consistently losing money. So nice to actually get some money on the books. And yes, I do, Lindsay. I coach, I mentor, I have a course that's available in my link description, so my link tree. So go and check out the link tree. It's very reasonably priced. I offer mentor. You can book me for sessions if you want to, and you can take the course. It's $150 a month. First link on my link tree. So go into my profile. You'll see a link that says Linktree TikTok Trader. Click that, and then you get the full access to my knowledge, and you get mentorship, access to the private Discord as well. So a lot to learn how to trade and be profitable. Here he is, ear or ears. I remember trading ears last down at 156, buddy. It's come back from the highs. It's bouncing on the VWAP. So right now, that could be a double bottom, but right now I would wait for it to break 165 before really getting in. You might get a bounce on the VWAP here, but if you're thinking about going long, go wait for 165. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Okay, so we're back above $6. Thought it was getting what's the high of day so far? It's 607. So I'm waiting for it to break highs again. Well, to be fair, yesterday was the last couple of days. There's been massive opportunities for big gains. The problem is the volatility with those moves, big moves to the upside, but the volatility has been huge. So new traders, it can spook new traders. If you're not experienced, if you're new, there's a lot more risk, but there's a lot more reward. So your normal strategy, you have to tweak it a little bit. You've got it where you might risk 10, 15 cents on a move. You might be risking 30, 40 cents on a move instead. You'd be setting your stops, trailing stops. I was using 50-cent trailing stops yesterday, knowing full well that I was going to get $1, $1.50 on the move. So you've got to be a little bit more flexible with your strategies. A bigger risk, and with a bigger risk you can get a bigger reward. The problem with that is the bigger risk. If it does go against you, you lose a lot more. So maybe don't trade the big volatile stocks if you can't. Of small accounts, it can wipe you out. So the fact that I've got a larger account, I'm starting with, oh God, it's the 3rd of August. I'm starting with over 73,000 in my in my account today. Excuse me. Oh, busy. That's new highs. Okay, I want a confirmation that that's not just going to fake me out. That's the 8 o'clock scrum. Watch the algorithmic trades. There we go. Algorithmic spike. Got in for 610. No, I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. Not at all. I had COVID there last month, and this is this kind of lingering long COVID. So someone's having lunch. I can smell it. That's lovely as well. Bit of volatility here. I'll risk $5.90. Can't put stops in place. Stops won't work. Stops won't. You can put your stop. You can place your stop, but it just won't work. So it won't execute. You still have to execute manually. There's no point putting stops in place. I'm just going to risk $500 on this one. Potential move. Don't know where you're getting that from, Big Moose, but I've got a 200 EMA is down at just over $5. The 200 EMA on the 1 minute is 503, not 620. Oh, on Apdn, I've got 620. So you've got 620. The 200 EMA on this chart is 503. So we're over $1 above that. Yearly chart. Well, it makes no difference. Yearly chart makes no difference. We're trading intraday momentum. If you look at the yearly chart, if you're thinking of swing trading it, or you're thinking of investing in it, or but the yearly chart's not really relevant for intraday momentum. If you've got a significant resistance level, then maybe. I wanted it to hold over 6, so I was giving it $500. Oh, there we go, we'll get it. Stick to the plan. Hey, Michael, I'll just get some water. Yeah, so I look at the daily for resistance levels. I look at the 60-minute for the resistance levels and support for that matter. The yearly, if I was, like I say, looking to hold it longer term, so if I was going to swing trade it over a few days, if I was going to maybe thinking of investing in something for longer periods, then the monthly and 30-day or annual charts have become a little bit more relevant, weekly charts even. But I might look at a weekly chart if I'm approaching significant levels on the daily, just to see where we're at. But the annual charts are not really relevant to something like this. So this is not AMTD, this is Apdn. But I see what you mean, because AMTD is already up 26%. And do I think it will continue? Well, let's have a look at HKD. HKD's not moved at all, so it wouldn't surprise me if it does continue. We've seen some absolutely mental moves this last week or so that defied any kind of logic. HKD right now, let's have a quick look at the spreads. So the spreads on HKD are $372, not $472. No, I was right the first time, $372 between the bid and the ask on HKD. Now the reason that AMTD is moving up is it's the sister or parent company to HKD. So HKD is AMTD Digital. AMTD is AMTD Idea Group. It gets a bit confusing, I know, but that's the way it is. So HKD, as a recent IPO or a recent listing on the exchange, has just moved up from 13 to 2,600 over 2 weeks. That's 2,000%. Mental. In the space of about 7 trading days or whatever. Yes, Litres, I'm live on the YouTube channel right now. You can see a lot more and a lot clearer on the YouTube channel. So yeah, you can check that out, no problem at all. I trade live on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter and TikTok every day. I wish I'd bought it when it was $13. Buy 5,000 shares at $13, I could have retired. Just held it for this week. Imagine that. Sell it at 2,500. Oh, it's fun. If I'd bought 5,000 shares at $13 last month and just held till yesterday, and then sold at 2,500, I'd have made $12.5 million. PSTX, yeah, I can have a look at that for you. It's 368. It's gapping up at the moment, so it's at 368. Don't know why it's gapping up, but I'll take a look at you. Poseidon Therapeutics. Give me a second. Okay, so Poseidon Therapeutics announces a global collaboration with Roche, which are potato, focused on allogenic CAR T cell therapies for hematologic malignancies. Try saying that when you've been drinking a bottle of wine. Decided to receive 110 million up front and up to another 110 million in near-term milestones. So that's a good catalyst. Decent catalyst. Probably worth putting on the watch list. PSTX. It's up 52% already on the day. It's a good catalyst. Needs more volume, I would say, but that will probably may well come. I would wait for it to get above the VWAP before trading it, which the VWAP is currently at 385. So maybe look for the break of $3.90 and $4. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. $13. I could have bought 5,000 shares at $13 and made 12.5 million. Unbelievable. But the thing is, though, if you look at the way it's been trading, you can't trade it. There's just no logic to trading it. I mean, yesterday, for example, there's just no volume. You can't predict. I mean, yes, there was a big double top there, so you could predict the sell-off, but there's no volume there. If you look at this on the kind of 15-minute, it's just so erratic over the last few days. There's no way you can trade that. You can gamble with it by all means. Buy one share now. Buy 10 shares. It's going to cost you, 17 grand to buy 10 shares, and you're just gambling with it. Hold it, buy and hodl for a week. See what happens. You might lose your 17 grand. You might gain, 50 grand, whatever. But if you're trading that, it's really gambling. You're chasing it now, so you're just gambling. There's not enough volume to make the patterns reliable. So I would much rather trade Amtd, the sister stroke parent company, and I'll wait for this to get back above towards kind of 950 or whatever. Look at the significant levels back above 9. Apdn. Oh, we're moving back up. I missed that breakout. So we're back up, trying to get back above $6. Well, good luck if you're trading that one, Ian. Morning, Dunkers. Who said it's run out of momentum? I don't know if it's run out of momentum, Captain Kirk. It ran up yesterday. We did have a rest. So one of the big over the last week or so has been Pagaya. I've put this on the daily. You can see. So when we got it when it first ran up, then it had a rest day. Ran up, rest day. Then it had 2 runs, rest day. 2 runs, rest day. So we're gapping up slightly today, but Pagaya potentially could have another run today. Maybe get up to $35. Who knows? A $5 swing will be worth taking a look at. So Pagaya's on the watch list today. We've got Helios Medical, $2 at the moment, but this is moving up, and it's don't think I could find a catalyst for this, but it's moving up quite considerably. We've got Applied DNA Science gapping up, which is what I've had a really good run yesterday, then pulled back, but it gapped up, and I've been trading this morning, so I've got over $3,000 so far on it. It's looking good. We've now got Poseidon Therapeutics. So Poseidon Therapeutics, good catalyst. It's gapping up on the back of that good catalyst, but let's see if this gets back above $4. It needs to get back above the VWAP on the Amtd. We gapped up huge. All of the moves yesterday for Amtd were, well, the biggest move was pre-market. It went up over $14 pre-market. And then when it opened, it popped up, which we got on, and we made 9,000 on this pop-up here. And then it slowly sold off. Now, it's gapping up again today. It's already been up as high as $12. So could we get a pop at the gates? Possibly. Let's see. Could be interesting. This is trading in sympathy with HKD. I've already mentioned Pagaya and HKD. We've got Liberty TripAdvisor's had 2 massive days in a row. Well, yesterday in particular was a huge day. At the moment, it's not had anything. We had a big day, but then it pulled back and finished fairly even with Liberty. So if you get the move, get out before it starts to pull back, great. MTC moved up huge yesterday. It's pulling back some, but it's kept most of its gains. It's only retracing. It's only traced a kind of 20%, 25% of its run up. So it went up from it went from 158 when it opened up to nearly $8, $7.85. No. Yeah, over $8. It went up to $8.29 on the day before pulling back, and 20% retracement. We potentially could see another run on TripAdvisor. So keep an eye on that one. Sorry, MTC, not TripAdvisor. It's MTC. This is MM Tech. Could be another one worthwhile. Let's go back to the 1 minute. What's my exit strategy? Well, rule of thumb is my exit strategy is I look for exit indicators. If I'm going long, I look for patterns that are telling me, signaling a potential reversal. Yeah. Selling off right now. You got to put this on the 5 minute there, Ian, and you got this initial move up in the early hours, pull back, move up, and what you've got there is the M shape. That's bearish. It's a double top, and now it's selling off. So we've got that there. If it turns around and starts getting a bit bullish again, I wouldn't get in before 150. You always have the VWAP on your charts. That tells you, basically, it tells you which way the price action is moving. If the price action is taking place underneath the VWAP, the longer term trend is downwards. So probably not a good idea to get in and try to go in for a long position if it's trading underneath the VWAP. If it's trading above the VWAP, the longer term trend is trending upwards. Now, what I would say, there's a saying in trading is that you trade with the trend because the trend is your friend. So just remember that. Tough built today. It could be a play, but not right now. Simply because no volume. No momentum. It's just sideways at the moment. It's been sideways choppy since Monday. Had a good run up pre-market Monday, pulled back, and it's just been sideways. It's downwards trending. Like I say, you can see there below the VWAP, it's downwards trending, but needs volume. It could come back into play. You know, by all means, I will trade it. I potentially will trade it if it starts to make moves to the upside again. But for me, probably you want to see it above $8, really. Back above, certainly back above the VWAP. That's for tough build. Well, I think $8 is a nice whole round number, but if it gets back above the VWAP and starts making moves upwards with good volume, 780, 785 could be of interest. But once it breaks that $0.75 level, 775, then you could be watching it, look for a clean entry, look for a good pattern to break. It finds a resistance level at 775. Possibly. Let me just have a quick look on the 60-minute chart. Got a bit of support at 770, which also acted as resistance previously. Let's have a look on the daily. We're probably looking at resistance at so 775, 770 to 780. That 775 range, that $0.75 range, is an important level. It's acted as resistance back in May. And it's already acted as support yesterday. So potentially that's where you're looking at. And then you've got the whole dollar, which is a key level. After that, we're probably looking at 850 as a key level. So after that, we're probably looking at the half and whole dollars realistically as key levels. Quarter, half and whole dollars, which are psychological levels. But I'm just looking at the daily chart, and we've reached that. We broke the high from July before it announced the secondary offering, and then it went up to 935 in July. So it went up to 959 there on Monday, and then now it's pulling back some. But it's still held most of those gains, so it still is of interest. It just needs more volume. It just needs a bit more volatility. No problem. Yeah, Getty's had some good moves. Let's have a look at Getty right now. It's not on my list of watches because it's been downwards trending since its high of yesterday pre-market. Kind of been downwards trending, and it's on low volume. So downwards trending on low volume, I'm definitely not interested in it. I don't like trading upwards momentum on low volume. I just don't like trending. Rule of thumb is that for a trade to be a first, an A+ trade needs to have both volume and volatility. One without the other is no use. It's not an A+ trade. So for an A+ setup, you need volume and volatility. Ideally, you want a catalyst for the move. It needs to be exhibiting a strong trend, a longer term trend, and a catalyst for the move, and then you watch for patterns to be forming for your entries and exit points. So Getty right now, there's no patterns because there's no volume. There's nobody trading it right now. 23,000 shares, 24,000 shares traded in the out of hours sessions right now. How high do I think Apdn? I don't like putting price targets on things. I prefer just to trade the momentum. If you look at Apdn, I'm not seeing any levels at this, at this level before. So hang on a minute. Let me just have a quick look on if there's any historical levels up so high. And the daily. Yeah, so we've got historical levels up here. We do have, but we have to go back all the way to March with Apdn. So it's been up as high as 440s today, we're going back to 440s. Really, we're going to back to January when it was last up that level. How high could it go? Well, we've got historical levels here up at $6, $6.50 back in this time last year. February 21, we've got a high of 1360s, so it does have form. It can move. Let's have a look at for stock splits and things. Realistically, we're probably looking at Apdn $10 maybe if it continues to run to push. That would be what's it up today? 100% today. $10 this week. Not today. Maybe today we get $7.50, $8 maybe to push if it continues to run, and that's a big if. Where is Pagaya? That's a good question. So Pagaya slightly up, no volume. So watch that at the bell. Give it a 2 or 3 minutes to form an opening range, and then it should be an indicator of which way it's going to go. And if it goes up, it could be interesting, because there's no reason why this couldn't get up towards break highs and get up towards $35 today, which is going to be a $4 or $5 move if it does. So not a prediction, not a stock pick. I'm not saying any of these companies are good. I'm not saying trade any of these companies. Quite the opposite. In fact, the majority of these companies are garbage. Which is why I say don't get married to any of these stocks. Just trade the momentum and take your gains and go. Guys, you're doing me dirty. 500 likes, come on. We've got an hour before the bell. Let's get over 1,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. Giving you all gold here. And the snoring you can hear is the hairy dragon, a chow chow. It's not me. I've not fallen. I'm not sleep talking. Trust me, it is my dog. So Amtd idea group is one that I'm watching. It spiked up. It went with pre-market yesterday. It went up to 1440s. We've got a high pre-market today of $12. So it's one to watch. It's pulling back some now. If it pulls back to $7 or below $8, bounce to $8 here. So that's clearly a support level, $8. But we've got the close level of $7 as well. So we've got 950 is where the 951 is where the VWAP is at. $0.50. We've got the $9 level is a key level as well, whole dollar psychological level. So watch that for a bit of momentum later today. It is trading in sympathy with HKD, which is Amtd Digital, and we've seen how much that's moved up over the last week or so. Morning, Dunkers. I thought I saw you a little bit earlier. I did. You said good morning earlier. Did you get booted out? The STX, whilst it's got a good catalyst, it's just ranging around the VWAP at the moment. So this needs to get back above $4. Realistically, if it's going to be bullish today, it's not got that parabolic move momentum right now. The one with the parabolic momentum really is APDN, and that's just hovering on, hovering on the VWAP right now. So I want to see this break the $0.75 level, then I'm interested again. Morning, Matty. Amtd trying to get up towards $9. Might be interested after $9. I know it's below the VWAP, but if we still see some momentum, upwards momentum, we can trade up to the VWAP and then be very careful, as VWAP's around 950. We're potentially going to look at resistance levels around the $0.50, and the fact that it's got the VWAP there. You've got the 200 EMA at 925. All what a lot of other traders will be looking at. And if we're getting 130,000, 120,000 shares being traded a minute, another trader with 10,000 shares to unload or buy or to unload within that minute is going to make a big difference. What do I think about APDN? Well, APDN had a great day yesterday. Look at this on the 15 minute. So it had a lovely day yesterday, straight up out of the blocks, and then it started to pull back. It was very volatile, some significant halts. If you look at it on the 5 minute, you can probably we'll go back to see with this one, out of the blocks, up into a halt. It gapped up, down into a halt. It then gapped again, down, up into a halt, gapped kind of sideways, up into a halt, gapped up into a halt, gapped up again, and another halt up, another gap up, another halt up, gap up, halt down, gap down. The volatility was crazy on this yesterday. The first hour, the volatility was crazy on it. But it continued. It continued into the close. We even had some volatility halts. Move up, volatility halt. Move up, volatility halt. Volatility halt down. It just never stopped all day. So it had a really crazy day yesterday. Good catalyst as well yesterday. It's a continuation day today. Normally you can get 2 or 3 good continuation days after a good move, but APDN, yeah, I'm watching that. I've already traded it, got over $3,000 this morning on the move up, so I'm watching the 5 minute for the breakout. So we've got a fake out there right now. 565 is the high, so I'm looking for 570, the $0.75 level, 570. On the 2 minutes I've got 559, so 565 is really what I should be watching. That's not a nice smell at all. Ah. Like, I don't like that smell. I don't know what it is. Where's my chat? Hey Gamer from TikTok. Well done. You joined us on YouTube. Oh, so Scott, you want to know what percentage move causes a volatility halt? It's usually 5%. Now you can get slippage on that, so it can move more than 5%. But usually, if it moves 5% within 5 minutes, it'll be halted. Not yet, Ian. Tough Built still owes me about $2,000 yet. I think I've got $600 of that 3,600 I lost last week, but I'm not too worried about that. I've got bigger fish to fry. Actually, I can have a quick look in terms of reports and detailed. Let's look at this year. Filter that out and by instrument. So Tough Built. So I'm not too worried about Tough Built. I'm still in profit on Tough Built by $17,500 on the year. So I can forgive him for the 3.5 he took back last week. So I would be 21,000 if I hadn't got caught in that algorithmic flush. Just had a brain fart then and just couldn't think of what I wanted to say. Yeah. Let me have a look. Okay, so I'll have a look at here. Got a nice double bottom here, so here moving up. Yeah, nothing's changed. Still want to see it above the VWAP. So the VWAP's currently at 149 and a bit plus change. So see it above 150 before I would say this is bullish. But you've got a lovely double bottom shape there on the 1 minute and the 2 minute for that matter. Double bottom, move up. So wouldn't get in before what's the high of this one? 146. So maybe look at 148 as a potential entry. But then you've got the half dollar of 150 just 2 cents away. You've got the VWAP at the same price. So probably not a good idea to enter with as resistance level just 2 cents away. You can already see that it acted as support at 150. It's a confirmed support resistance level. So I would wait for it to break 150 before even thinking about taking a trade there, Ian. That's my take on EA. Not financial advice. Don't follow me blindly. Do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. How much did I start with? I start every single month with $30,000 in my account. Whatever profits I make off that $30,000 a month, I withdraw at the end of the month, or starting the next month with $30,000, and yeah, that's what I do. I don't trade forex, Mehmet. This is not a forex channel. This is a channel based on stocks, equities, if you will. So I don't trade forex, so I can't give you an opinion on forex. The only thing that the only time I've tried to trade forex, I've lost money. As per the 90, I'm in the 95% of people that lose money trying to trade forex. I don't know anybody that trades forex profitably in the long term. The majority of people trade forex and lose money. It's a lot higher risk than trading stocks, in my opinion. That's not to say people can't make money doing it, just very few people do. Mind you saying that, 85% of people that trade stocks on the stock market lose money as well. So I'm in that top 15%, and that's because I don't treat the stock market like a casino. I don't gamble, just put my money in there willy-nilly and hope it goes my way with no risk management or anything like that. No, you've got to have a strategy. You've got to manage your risk. You've got to, you've got to be able to read the price action. About 6-7 months, Bruce, and not with my style. Before I actually, with my strategy, probably about 6 weeks of consistently using my strategy before I became consistently profitable with it. Before that, I was all over the place. I was trying different strategies that just didn't suit me. I was trading futures. I was trading the indexes. I was trading ETF. I was trading all kinds of things. And different strategies, and I consistently lost for about 6-7 months before I turned that corner. So it was about, I would say, about 4 or 5 weeks before I started making profits consistently, and then probably about 6 weeks before I actually started being a consistently, making consistent gains on a daily basis. After I started using the strategy that I'm now teaching everybody else. It's not what you see me. How you see me trading, the strategy that I'm using is not rocket science. You can go out and you can find it all on the internet. Take your time. Shut up, dog. You can find it and take your time, and that's what I did. But if you want a shortcut, I can teach you. Oh. Okay, it's only the neighbour. It's only the next door neighbour. He's lost his keys. It's Turning Point Therapeutics, Captain Kurt. What's the ticker? How many screens do I have? I've got 4 monitors in front of me. Hey, Matt, you snuck in there. What about crypto? Yes, I talk about crypto. I'm holding 4 coins long term. All 4 coins are in the red. I'm losing money on my crypto at the moment, but I'm invested long term on it, so I'm not too worried about my crypto position. I think ultimately it will go back up, and it will go back to all-time highs and beyond. I still believe that the early part of next year we'll probably see a 6-figure Bitcoin. My opinion. Not financial advice. Yeah, but shut up. You're not. That's one of the neighbours. He only buzzed me because I live next door to him. Can I believe? Yeah, I'm a pattern day trader at Sebastian. I use momentum, and I use geometric patterns, and I look for breakout, and I trade them. And trade them effectively. Yeah. So that's a quick, brief description of my strategy, Sebastian. Okay, so Turning Point Therapeutics had a massive sell-off yesterday. Not a good day yesterday. It's not having a good week. Full stop. It was up at I'd say massive sell-off. It's all relative, isn't it? It was up at $75, 75.30s on Monday morning, and then it gapped down, and it's not had a massive sell-off. It's only $1, 74.55. So it's all relative. It's kind of sideways, if anything. It's just the I look at this on the 60-minute. It looks like it's had a massive sell-off. It's not. 75 to 74. It's only $1. It's not huge. But I don't know too much about the company for a long-term position. There doesn't seem to be enough volatility in it or volume in it to trade it intraday. From a long-term position, I don't know too much about the company, if anything, so I couldn't comment whether it's a hold or a buy or a long-term hold. Looks like it did a reverse stock split back in 2-to-1 stock split back in June, based on the daily chart. But apart from that, I don't know too much about it, Captain Kurt. So long term, I couldn't comment. Sorry. Well, you know what? It's a good job you mentioned that, Matt. We've got 3,000 likes, so she does get a treat. And you've been a good girl, trying to fend off all the burglars that are not really burglars, they're actually neighbours. Sit. Take it nice. There you go. There. Okay, so what's moving? The STX is moving back up. We've got on the 2 minutes quite a nice double bottom there. Broke $4, so high of days 460, 459. I could actually see that on the montage. I don't know why I didn't look. So PSTX not got the parabolic momentum right now, but that could change. We've got 45 minutes to the bell. There's nothing really got the big momentum. We had Apdn had the big run up, but now it's kind of pulling back. So if you look at this on the 5 minute, this big run up here from kind of 6:30 was a lovely parabolic move. We were only able to trade it from 7:30, so this is where we got in there and rode it up. On its way back down, we got out, and we were just waiting for a turnaround, if you will, another reversal for a move back up maybe. Amtd, similar sort of thing on the 5 minute roll, ran up, got above the $11. Key level for this one is $11. It got up to that $11 level again, and then it's pulled back. So it's below. It's just resting on the 200 at the moment, below the VWAP. Watch that for later. HKD's made some moves, no volume. 2,000 shares, 2,500 shares have been traded, but it's made a little bit of moves. The spreads have tightened because somebody's decided to trade it. But get this, spreads are still $220 between the bid and the ask on AMTD Digital, which trades under the ticker HKD. $220 between the ask. That's insane. Pagaya, I did call Pagaya out as one to watch today based on the daily chart. And MTC is also one to potentially watch, given that it had this huge run up yesterday. Mental move yesterday. You look at this on the 15 minute. Right at the end. Absolutely mental run up yesterday. But it's held most of its gains, so will be one to watch. None of these are stock picks, none of these are signals, none of these are me saying these are great companies to invest in. I don't give investment advice on this channel. I don't give any financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is about day trading. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. I'm here to educate you about day trading, that's all. What day trading is the entry and exit of a trade on the stock market intraday. So you get in today, you get out today. You buy your position, enter your position, you exit your position, all in the same day. If you do that and it's over, so you enter your position today, exit tomorrow, or longer, that's not day trading, that's swing trading. So if you hold your position overnight, that's a swing trade. And I don't advise anybody to, if you're getting into a day trade, to hold it overnight. Because don't turn your day trades into a swing trade. Even if coming up to the close you're in a losing position, exit. That's my advice. If you're going to swing trade, make sure you plan it as a swing trade beforehand. Just my 2 pennies worth on the differences. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq, shall we? So back onto the 15-minute chart where we can actually see the movement. It's moving upwards. Had a very choppy sideways day yesterday, as did the SPY and the Dow, and all the markets were just very choppy sideways yesterday. Finished slightly down, then sideways after going through yesterday's earnings. Who have we got for earnings today? That's a good question. So we've got Under Armour, CVS, Moderna this morning, CDW. The big ones this today are after hours. We've got eBay, Robinhood, Western Union, and a few others. McKesson, MGM. Well, we had Caesars Entertainment yesterday evening, and we've got MGM Resorts this evening. So let's see if they can keep up with Caesars. Tomorrow is the big. Thursday tends to be one of the bigger days in most earnings anyway. But tomorrow's probably the biggest day this week. In terms of big names, so earnings still got it is earnings season, so we've still got some big earners to come this week. But going back at the Nasdaq, it's moving up. I predict a nice green day for the Nasdaq today. Not financial advice. I just think we should finish, over 100 basis points up on the Nasdaq. Well, it shouldn't be difficult. We're at 67 basis points at the moment, so 100 basis points shouldn't be too much of an ask, and I would expect we finish up there in the green zone. The dogs had her not so much a chew as a duck fillet, fried duck fillet. So PSTX, is this a good entry right now? Well, it's above the VWAP. You want to see some momentum to the upside. Watch the half dollar, 450 half dollar psychological level. It's moving upwards now. I'd like to see a little bit more momentum, maybe a little bit more volume, but watch for the break of 450. That's a key going to be a key level for PSTX. It's getting resistance up around 440, but that's really the half dollar resistance area. The resistance levels are more, you could consider more areas than a specific level to the cent. So at 440, you'd say that's the half dollar resistance level. If at 460, half dollar resistance level, and you might get a little bit of movement either way, but watch for the break of 450, I would say, on that one. That's my opinion, only my opinion. Not advice, guys. Katara, isn't that one of the characters out of Mortal Kombat? So Kintara, get over here. Kintara Therapeutics, it's up at 32 cents. You all know I don't trade these penny stocks, and it's moved up very fast, decent volume. I don't know what the catalyst is, but just be careful. It's moving sideways now, so it's consolidating. It could move up further, I don't know, but it's at 32 right now. It's already 80% up on the day, but if this moves another 80%, you're only getting 25-cent move. So that's another reason why I don't trade these lows. You have to take bigger risks for smaller gains with these lower price stocks. But if you've got all you got is a cash account and you can't afford to have a larger a larger account, if you've only got a couple of $100, then you might want to trade this if you're trading on a commission-free brokerage. No point trading something on like this if you're getting charged commissions per share, because you're going to have to take big share size just to get any kind of decent gain. Pagaya moving up, is it? Yeah, it's moving up, but on no volume. So we'll keep an eye on Pagaya. And hey, Gianni, I've just answered your NASDAQ question. Yeah, that's the whole point, Big Moose. You've got to manage your risk. What are you prepared to risk? And don't risk your entire account on a single trade. I've done it. I've been there. Most traders have done that at one point or another. They've risked their entire account thinking that, you know what, I've made a mistake, but it'll come good. It's not worth it. No, I don't think so. Geovax, let's have a look at this on the... back down. Let's have a look at this on the wider, bit larger time frame. Well, a good rule of trading on so many aspects is 2 words: zoom out. If you're unsure about something, zoom out. If you have a bad day, if you have a bad trade, zoom out. What I mean by that, let's talk about it from a P&L perspective. You have a bad trade, you lose money on a trade, you zoom out, you say, okay, well, I've had a bad trade, I've lost money on that trade. Where am I on the day? Am I still profitable on the day? No, that trade's actually taking you into the red on the day. Okay, where am I on the week? Zoom out. Am I still profitable on the week? No, that trade is taking you red on the week. Okay, well, where am I on the month? But keep zooming out until you get to a point where you think, okay, well, this quarter, I'm still in the good place. I'm still profitable. This year, I'm still profitable. If you get to a point where you've got no profitability, then you're probably actually not profitable, but that's beside the point. Same thing when you're actually looking at a stock here. I'm looking at this on the 1 minute, and I want to say, okay, well, there's no price action there for me to take advantage of. So let's zoom out. Let's look at this on the 60-minute chart, and we can see that it had this move up, and then yesterday, a big sell-off. So 1 day sell-off doesn't necessarily mean that that it's done. That it's no longer in a bullish scenario. What do? We zoom out. Let's look at it on the daily. So you can see right now, this moved from 60 cents. Geovax moved from 60 cents not too long ago. So on the 22nd of July, this was 60 cents. So that's 2 weeks ago. And it went all the way up to $4.30. Now it's pulling back. It's still over $2, $2.50. It's $2.86. It's gonna gap down. It still is looking like it's it is looking like it's gonna sell off today. It's looking like it's potentially going to be a red day because it's gapping down, which is not usually a great bullish sign. But if you look at the VWAP, it's a great trend indicator. Now, it's not as effective on the 1 minute, but from this point of view, it's still in an upwards trend long term because it's above the VWAP. You look at where we are. We had these highs here back in May, went up to 338, so was not far off the previous highs that we had back in May. So I wouldn't say Geovax is done right now. I would say it's certainly having a correction, and the problem is it's a bioscience, so just one bad catalyst and this could drop back down to, you know, below $1. So just be careful with it. Watch it. Wait, if it's not got momentum, let it trade out. You don't need to, unless you're holding bags up here at $4, in which case I would cut your losses. You can always get back in, but if it continues to sell off, you're just going to lose more and more money. Oh no, Gamer, the jumps on HKD are stupid. You can't trade it. It's not predictable to trade. If you're trading in HKD, you're just gambling. That's what it is. And you might like a gamble. And if you're trading a paper account, fine. Fill your boots, have a go. You're not risking anything, and it's good fun. But if you've got a real money account, one move to the downside with HKD, and it can blow up. It can blow up your account. Don't care. Okay, gamer, you might want to look at trading in a cash account. Robin Hood's free commissions, so that's a bit of a problem. But you might want to ask them to change it to a cash account, and then you can make as many trades as you want. You've not got the leverage, granted, but a cash account you can make as many trades as you want. Well, providing you're happy at trading every other day, because you've got the T+2 settlement rule there as well. Now you can get around that by having 2 cash accounts, or you just trade half your equity today, half your equity tomorrow. That's another way of doing it. Or you can do what I do and trade with an offshore broker like Capital Markets. And I do recommend Capital Markets Elite Group from my own personal experience, from the guys that I'm speaking to in the day trade with Tony Discord. They've all had really good experiences with Capital Markets that are using Capital Markets. The problem is you're going to pay commissions. Yeah, Capital Markets allow you to trade without, because it's offshore, it's not regulated by the SEC, so the PDT rule does not apply to them. But the problem is with that is, was there a problem? Oh yeah, the problem is that going from Robinhood to Capital Markets is you're going to pay commissions. You're not used to paying commissions, so you've got to factor that into your risk as well. You don't have to have a 25k account. Yeah, I was looking at Amtd on the other chart, so this is now, zoom out. You can see, still waiting for this to get up towards the 888, 890 level, where we've had resistance before. Really want it above the VWAP. Apdn's making a move. It was a lovely double bottom here. We're above the VWAP. Let's zoom in so we can find potential entry. We've got half an hour before the bell. 550 got rejected at 550, so that's what we're looking for now. Is the $0.50 Apdn? It's above the VWAP. The $0.50 where it got rejected before, that's what we want to see it break. How much they don't charge per share, gamer? You get charged the commissions they charge. I think they charge me $3 a transaction, so $3 a ticket. If I sell something, it's $3. If I buy something, it's $3. Doesn't matter about the share size. If I buy 5,000 shares or 50,000 shares, it's $3. The problem with that is that you do also get passed on the likes, because it's direct market access, so you get ECN fees. I end up probably racking up more ECN fees than I do commissions, if I'm being completely honest. Rejected at 550 again. No, I don't trade the UK markets, ABZ. I trade the US markets, and before you ask me why is that, why do I not trade the UK markets? Whilst you can get some volatile moves on the London Stock Exchange, you're not going to get the volume. And I keep telling everybody that comes to my channel, the two most important factors to day trading are volume and volatility. The volatility gives us the moves to take profit from. But volume is what makes the patterns and the pattern breakouts reliable. If you've not got the volume, there's no trade. If you've not got the volatility, there's no point taking the trade. So you need both volume and volatility, ideally, to be a profitable day trader. And you just don't get the volume on the London Stock Exchange that you do on the NYSE. $53 I got in, got filled. We're in this one. We've got a nice double bottom, which is an upwards, it's a bullish pattern. Then we got the break of the VWAP. It did pull back and bounced on the VWAP. We had resistance before at 550, so that's why we got in at 550 for the break of 550. So if people wondering what made me take this trade, what was the logic behind it, that's the logic behind it. So you're looking at resistance levels, you're looking at support levels. I've now got support at 540, it's the VWAP, it's what we bounced on before, so we moved up, broke it, came back. So 540 is the support. I got filled at 553, so I'm prepared to take a 13 cent per share risk on this trade. So I will be exiting if it breaks the VWAP. What am I looking for? I'm looking for back up here and retest these highs up at 565. So I'm looking for 10 cents on this, or 20 cents if possible. You don't get the reliable moves. And there's exit indicator number 1 telling me that we're not getting the reliable moves, the reliable breakouts. Normally, I would say first candle to break a new low is your exit indicator. So just pull all the way down to the VWAP there. So potentially you could have got out at 550 and saved a bit of money. I'm a little bit more patient than that. That's fine, because this candle would have made a new low at 550. As it broke that $half level, you might have said, okay, it's not going my way, that's fine. I'm still in this because I've already set my plan in place. My support level is the VWAP. Sometimes, by the way, don't follow me, but don't try and copy my trades. Don't follow me blindly. Do your own due diligence, make your own decisions. Why am I saying that? Because people have complained that they're not getting the same fills, they're not getting the same price action that I'm getting. And I'm saying, well, why are you copying me blindly? The streams are delayed. There's a latency. There's like 10, 15 second delay on that. Oh, I missed it. I missed the trigger. So what you're seeing is I've already got in and got out. I just tried to pull the trigger at 65 and I got filled at 59. So I only made 6 cents on that. It's a profit, but I only made 6 cents per share on that one. So not ideal. 300. It wasn't 25, so $150 on that move. Now these are indicators. So what I've got here is an up wick, another up wick, and need to fill this wick because this is a bit of a bearish indicator. Probably will pull back down to the VWAP again, at which point I might look for a VWAP bounce, because it is upwards trending and I'm looking for potential dip buy off the VWAP. But you see those up wicks, they're basically an indication of selling pressure. You get up wicks like that, it reaches a certain level and people start to sell. Same thing with down wicks. You get down wicks, a nice hammer candle. I prefer a green hammer candle. It's even more bullish than a red hammer candle. But you see these down wicks, and it's an indication of buying pressure. So it reaches the VWAP, and then people are jumping in and forcing the price action upwards. So I might be trading Amtd today. El Perno, it depends on the price action. Amtd is 850s right now. It's just sideways at the moment, below the VWAP. If it gets above the VWAP and starts looking bullish again, I might trade it. At the moment, it's just sideways. Apdn is the momentum stock at the moment for me, and it is on the scanner as well. It's the one on the top of the momentum scanner. I haven't actually been looking at the scanners this morning, which is a bit silly of me. Well, I don't think I'm going to be trading Tor, Nui Corporation. Now, definitely not trading that. It's under $2. You know, I don't trade anything under $2, preferably under $3. My floor is $3, but I might step down to 2 at a push. Gaia, not doing anything. HKD, what the spreads? $176 now the spread. So the spreads are narrowing on HKD, which is a sign that there is people starting to put bids in, at least. Put orders in. These don't, whatever you do, learn your exit indicators. If you're going to be day trading, learn to recognize the exit indicators and heed them. Don't hold on, don't ignore the exit indicators. So I got in here and I already had set my risk here, so it didn't break the VWAP. I didn't get it. I was holding. It moved up. I tried to get it the 12 cents and the 65. I tried to get it at the top there, so I was getting 12-15 cents. A little late to my trigger, so that's why I got filled at 59. So I made 6 cents on that move. But these two up wicks basically screamed out reversal to me. So that's another reason why I got out. And you can see that these up wicks, they didn't lie. They're and then I should have bought there at the VWAP. We're getting down wicks now, which is showing buying pressure for a move up, and we got down to the VWAP, so that would have been a good place to buy or a dip buy, and we could have got 10 cents just on the dip buy there, but I didn't. So I'm going to just get a top up on my iced water, and I'll be back in a second. Hey, hello, Flo. There we go. That didn't take long at all. Itchy nose. 3.4 on the likes. So we've got a nice chat going here. So we've got quite a lot of people in the chat. If you don't understand what's going on, if you're in the chat and you don't understand what's going on, ask a question. Happy to answer and address the questions. So what was good about this one on Apdn on the 1 minute and even on the 2 minute, you could see this double bottom. This is it's a very bullish indicator, so it basically means it's going to get up. So if you're looking at trading a double bottom, you see a double bottom pattern, which is a W shape, okay? See a double bottom pattern. This is an Adam and Adam double bottom, which means it's a pointed double bottom. Your entry point is when it breaks this resistance level from the middle of the W. So the high of this middle thing is 27. So you would have got in for 28 or maybe even $30 or whatever on this candle here. Now, that's fine. If it pulls back, that's fine. But you want to be, if you're going to be really objective about this, the measuring sticks, you can set your stop loss at the bottom of this double bottom, and it doesn't usually go that far, or you can set a generic stop loss that you might have 10, 15, 20 cents or whatever. 25 cents in this particular case, it would have been that stop loss. But what you're looking for in terms of the goal is the full depth of the W. And you can see that we've gone from 35 down to 5, so 35 cents. We went up to 527 plus 35 cents takes you up here, so we would have got that. So it's a good measuring stick. Double bottoms are fairly reliable, but 80% reliable in terms of the breakouts. No problem at all, Nereus. I'm not actually based in England, but the accent certainly is from there. But I'm actually based in Ireland. So don't let anybody from Ireland hear you calling it England. Okay, what else is moving right now? there's a bit of a, it's calmed down. The pre-market's calmed down. So that was just a quick technical trading lesson there in terms of trading patterns, and that was the double bottom pattern. And there's if you go onto my YouTube, there's a whole lesson about trading double bottoms. There's double tops. Double tops is exactly the same thing, but it's the inverse. It's going to break downwards, and a whole bunch of lessons on how to trade different patterns on my YouTube channel. So go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. I post. I usually post new tutorials on there every couple of weeks. What do I expect to see at the Bell Apdn? Well, it depends. If it's hovering around the VWAP, maybe a little bit of a dip before a move up. We'll just look at the momentum. Amtd is down at 25% on the day now. It's well below the VWAP. So if it breaks $9, it's up at 885. If it breaks $9, it could be interesting. But 925 on the VWAP, 933, sorry, on the VWAP at the moment. AMTD could be of interest at the bell. PSTX probably not going to be something I'm going to be trading unless it gets back above $4. Let's have a look at HSDT, Helios Medical Technology. This is moving up huge amounts today, 205%. I'm not going to be trading it. It's too small for me in terms of price. I don't trade anything under $2, but it is it is of interest. Another one that was on the list that I called out in the Discord was Midia. All this on my watch list on the Discord, and it's just broke out. As that broke the VWAP, that would have been an interesting place to look at it. You couldn't trade this, you couldn't get that breakout because you're not going to be watching this with the lack of volume. But you can see that I called this out on the Discord, I think it was. And this pop-up, this is a previous runner from yesterday. It went absolutely mental yesterday into the close. If you look at this on the 15-minute, you can see what I'm talking about. But after the close, it went absolutely mental. So if this gets above $7, it could have a big day today. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Don't come after me. Why don't I trade under $3? That's just my strategy. So you have to take bigger risk for a similar reward in terms of dollar value. Think of it this way: if I'm trading a $10 stock and it moves, and if I take 5,000 shares and it moves a whole dollar, it's only moved 10% on the day. A whole dollar on a $10 stock, it's moved 10. But if I've taken 5,000 shares, I made $5,000. So if I take a $2 stock and for it to move a whole dollar, not only does it have to move more percentage wise, it has to move 50% on the day to get to $3. So, and I still take the 5,000 shares, but I'm expecting a bigger gain for the same reward. So realistically, if we look at a 10% move on a $2 stock, it's going to move to $2.20. So for me to get $5,000 gain on a 20-cent move, I'm going to have to take what, $25,000 shares, 25,000 shares, which means that I'm increasing my risk in terms of my share size. I have to take bigger shares for a same percentage move, or I have to expect a bigger move on the same share position. So I don't trade those, try not to trade those lower stocks. That's the first piece. The second piece is that I don't get leverage on anything under $5. So it used to be $4, but they've changed the margin policies this year, and it's now $5. If I'm trading effectively a cash account, if the stock price is under $5. So that's why I don't trade the lower price stocks. with my broker. If there are other brokers that you can get leverage under, under $5, under $2, and whatever. But those are the main reasons why I don't trade those low stocks. And the lower the price of the stock, for whatever reason, you tend to find there's a lot more likelihood of manipulation, pump and dump type scenarios, because it's cheaper to buy huge amounts of shares. So people with big pockets will buy huge amounts of shares and move the price up before then rug pulling, and you're left holding bags. So you get a lot more manipulation in the penny stocks and the OTC markets than you will trading the low float, low cap stocks that are, $5, $10, $15 a share. Yeah, I'm just watching Midian right now. So we're 12 minutes away from the bell. 12 minutes away from the open. Go back to Apdn. This is kind of sideways right now. Amtd. Apdn is the biggest mover in my above $2 today. Kind of thinking, why have I got a dry throat, and why am I feeling so thirsty today? And I just realized I actually had a little bit too much wine last night. That's probably what it is. No problem, Dev. I do trade options. I don't trade options on this account. I trade options with Interactive. I just like their options chain a lot better than with. And I don't think Dash Trade is a great platform for trading options anyway. It's great for day trading or even swing trading, but it's not great for trading options. But I like the options chain with Interactive. So if I'm trading options, I usually go there. I usually trade options if I'm going to be swing trading, and I usually do it with higher cap stocks. So that the higher cap, mid and high caps is what I would trade. Usually look at options, and I use it for swing trading. So yes, I am getting older. Unfortunately, Father Time waits for no one, Adrock. I'm 39 plus tax. And I'm sticking to that. Anybody that wants to come at me, bro. I'm 39 plus tax. Just like the government, every year the tax is a little bit extra. Immediate, moving up. Huge amounts. Let me have a look at this. I have to open this on TradingView or media holding. I want to put this on the daily on TradingView so I can actually get some context on where we're actually at. So 679. $674. Right, okay, it's right at a key resistance level right now. Back in February and January and February, it reached this level before being rejected. Double top back in the beginning of the year. Also was support back in September last year at this level. So key levels, kind of the 675 $250 level here is the key level. So really want to see it break $7, and then we've got support levels from last year at 715, 710, 715, and we're looking at resistance levels of $9. $8.50, $9. 725. This has got a high back in this time last year of 1740. So it does have previous. Funnily enough, when it ran up to 1740, it ran up from 420. It opened at 420 and ran up all the way up to 1740. This is Mediacore Holdings. This time last year, July last year. So it does have previous of making a $10 plus move. That's the problem with cash accounts, Penn State. That T+2 rule is, well, it's crap. That's one of the advantages of trading in a margin account. People think, well, you trade in a margin account so you can get leverage. I very rarely use all my leverage. So right now I've got a buying power over almost $500,000 worth of buying power, but I don't use that. The main reason for one of the best reasons for trading in a margin account is instant settlement. So when you close your trade, that's reflected on your balance straight away. You can start trading with that additional equity or whatever straight away. Shut up, Ad Rock. No one asked for your opinion. Operation tax is lower in Ireland, nothing else. Ian? So we've got VAT is higher than it is in the UK. The income tax is higher than it is in the UK. We get screwed over here in Ireland, which is why I won't be staying here in the long term. Penn State, take a look at Capital Markets Elite Group. The reason I'm saying that is you don't need a 25k account to have a margin account with Capital Markets. It's who I trade with. It's a great brokerage. I've had no problems with you because they're offshore, and people get worried about them being offshore, but actually you're insured by Lloyd's of London, so it's not a big issue. But because they're offshore, you can trade with a smaller account and still get leverage, and you're not subject to the PDT rule. So lots of advantages to trading with Capital Markets Elite Group if you have a smaller account, Penn State. Just take a look at them. Not saying go and trade with them. I get nothing from you going with them. It's just if I'd known a lot of this when I first started, a lot of this information when I first started, it would have helped me absolutely immensely, and I would have been a lot more profitable. So we've got 5 minutes to the bell. Media and PSTX are the momentum stocks of the moment. Media seems to be the one that's missed this pop-up, but the volume's dying out a little bit, so we need the volume to come in at the bell, and we should then see whether this is a gap and go or not. Could be interesting. S&P 500 is up today, green, as is the Nasdaq. Russell Index, Dow Jones. Still looking at MTC for a potential pop. The guy had not moved at all today. $31. It's been $31 all day. It's just like nobody's trading it. Okay. Right now, if I don't see any setups, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm not going to take some just for the sake of trading. I want to see a good momentum setup. Those of you that joined late, go to the YouTube channel and look at, because this is recorded, it'll be on the YouTube. You can watch it back, no problem at all. If you go to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see how I made the $3,500. It's all recorded, and transparent for you to see. And that was first thing. I actually opened the stream whilst I was in a trade, but I was about $400 up or something. So most of that 3,500 I've made live on the stream, so you can go back and watch that on the YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you do. No, Trinidad and Tobago. They might be in the Cayman, but they're in Trinidad and Tobago, Dunkers. Trinidad and Tobago. That's where I have to. That's where I wire my money to every time I have dealings with them, at least. Anyway, actually, I need to check that because the last time it came from Australia. Last time I withdrew, it came from Australia. That was June. So double check this. I've not received my commission. I've not received my my profits this yet. I'll check that later. I might have, but I'm still waiting. I withdrew last week, and I'm still waiting on that hitting my account. So it's a bit late this week. Normally takes about 3 or 4 days, but it's a bit slow this time round. Normally, if I withdraw on a Friday, I've normally got it by the Wednesday, which is today. So we'll see. Do I pay any interest in it at all? Interest on what? I pay interest on all kinds of things. If I'm shorting, I have to pay interest. I get what's known as borrow fees. If I'm what interest? If I pay commissions. I don't know about interest, but I pay commissions for every transaction. I get charges, transaction fees, charges. I get FINRA fees, which are normal, SEC fees, which are nominal, very small. I get ECN fees, which can be quite, they stack up. If you're taking big size, they stack up. But you can get ECN rebates as well if you're adding liquidity to the market, which is good if you're adding, if you're putting positions in, if you're adding orders that are not marketable, you'll get ECN rebates because you're adding liquidity to the market. So you can you get charged ECN fees for taking liquidity out of the market, but you can get rebates for adding liquidity as well. So there's a whole bunch of things. You didn't put me on Apdn, Rovsky. I get my trade ideas from Benzinga. But nice try. Apdn is currently 92% of profit. Get the bell. Roller coaster is open. Roll up. Buy your tickets. Right, Apdn. Amtd. Media. A lot of selling. Amtd looking like potentially a buy. A lot of selling going on at the minute. Not much green. A lot of red. I'll change the scanners over while I'm waiting. Not going to get FOMO because of a couple of minutes. We'll watch for the opening candles to form. So Apdn, we'll have a look at Apdn. It's actually selling off big. So that was a big red candle on Apdn. Media following suit. Big red candle on Media. HKD. Green candle. It's gone from 1900. So the spreads are still huge though. Over 245 dollars on the spreads on HKD. Gaia did say that I'm expecting this maybe to take off after about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Right, so is that an upwards halt? Yes. No volume though. Media halted down. Oh, yeah. That's a downwards halt. Media core holdings halted to the downside. ESTX, that's selling off. Apdn making a comeback now, so we've got a range here, an opening range. The high of this candle, 557, needs to get above that and break the opening range. Back above the VWAP, break the opening range. Amtd been up and down. It's got a high of 895, so the high really needs to break $9. Zoom in on the 5 minute, we can actually see the opening range is taking care. That's correct. TikTokish T. You get charged interest on the shares you borrow. So if there's nothing to get charged interest for. So if you borrow shares, you get charged borrow fees, which is effectively interest. So rejected at 95 again. Is it going to make it this time? We got in at 8.99. Just put a trailing 30-cent stop on that. I might get stopped out. I'm just going to get rid of that because it looks like I'm going to get stopped out for now. I want to give this a little bit of room. The break of we got rejected at the VWAP. Should have taken a bit of profit at the VWAP, which is what I'll do next time we test it. And I'm going to break the VWAP, take a little bit off there just because it's the VWAP and we've got resistance there, but made $375 on that move. Selling for 2,500 shares. Just gonna put a stop at $9. Right, we got stopped out. So I put 5,000 shares in there. I took half off at the VWAP because it's a resistance level, and then the other half was just above break even. So $400. Start off with. What else is moving? Ooh. PUP. Huge move up. Just a minute. Excuse me. Apologize for that. No problem at all. TikTokish T. That's what this channel's for. I just keep asking questions and I'll give you the answers. If I know the answers, I'll give you the answers. If I don't know the answers, I'll find out for you. We can ask the community because somebody else. There's a few traders in this stream, and not just myself. So if I don't know the answer, someone else might do. Apdn selling off. Didn't break the first 5 minutes. What's important is you get the first 5 minute candle, and that's your opening range. This is now looking bearish. It's below the VWAP. It's breaking lows, so probably not ideal to try and watch it. Now this same thing with this one. First 5 minute candle, breaking lows. We had that halt as well, so it's continuing to sell off, looking bearish. Amtd on the other hand, if we break highs, could be very much of interest. Okay. We'll continue to move up, get above the VWAP. So the VWAP currently is at 914. But if we get above the VWAP and sustain, this might go on a bit of a roll. Gaia, what did you do? Moved up, sold off. It actually had a halted up and then resumed before selling off. So NMTC, this is hitting the signals. This is moving up. It's a smaller price stock, so NMTC is moving up big. This is Neuro1 Medical. Out to break the $2, and if it continues and breaks $2, it'll hit my scanners. Revlon moving down after moving up. Revlon's down on the day, so I want to see this above $9. Revlon needs to be above $9 for me to trade it, I think. TUP up there at $10. Tupperware. This is the Tupperware brand. Nice little bull flag there. Move up. Why is Tupperware moving? I want to give it a quick find out. All right, okay, Tupperware's moving because it had good Q2 results this morning. Company reported better than expected Q2 EPS and sales results. That's why Tupperware is moving up. Not quite the parabolic momentum that I'm looking for right now, but it could be. There was a nice little bull flag at 10.75. Good 50-cent move there. What's the spread on this? 5-7 cents. The STX selling off. It did try to move up, but it got rejected at the VWAP and it's selling off now. So PSTX looking at bearish right now. Seeing quite a lot of bearish activity, so just give it a few minutes and we might see some momentum come in to the upside. HSTD halted up, so now we're getting some upside momentum. This halted up, went up to a high of 214s. It gapped up, good 10 cents. And now it's halted at 250. So since the open, this has moved up over 50 cents. So HSTD, interesting. McRib, Series Therapeutics, MCRB, McRib, amusing, is moving up. Let me see if there's a catalyst for this move, and I will inform you. So Q2 earnings were released before the market opened, so good Q2 earnings is why it's moving up. Oh no, it didn't have good there you go. So it actually had poor Q2 earnings, go figure, but the market's reacting favorably. So it had an earnings per share miss, and it had sales miss. Ooh, damn. Big sales miss, 122 million versus 5.2 million. Sorry, 1.2 million versus 5.2 million year over year. Ouch. That's a bad miss. Why is it moving up? Good question. Might well ask. The market can be completely erratic and irrational sometimes. Apdn, Amtd. So that's Liberty, no volume. MTC selling off. So let's have a look at Tough Built. Someone asking if it's on the radar. Tough Built moving up. It's not on great volume, granted, but it is moving up. It's above the VWAP, still down on the day. SoFi, I had earnings yesterday. Good earnings too, from what I remember. I had a move up, then a dip and rip. So SoFi up at 7, approaching the $0.50 level at 750. There we go. tapping 750. Gapped up because of the earnings again yesterday. So SoFi was a good up 16% on the day at the moment. I mean, goodness, you look at this gap chart here, the gap scanners. How many are up over 20%? The momentum is back in the markets, guys, and if you can get on the back of the momentum for some of these, it's like printing money. So I'm 4,000 in the green at the moment. I'm waiting for a bit of a something to. Let's have a look at crypto, shall we? Bitcoin. I'll pull this up. And we can all have a look at Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. Currently on the 1 minute chart, Bitcoin is up at 23,000. So it's above the VWAP. It's up at 23,000. Let's have a look at it on the hourly chart. Oh, nice. We've got a lovely double bottom there. W formation. That's bullish sentiment for Bitcoin. So that could be interesting. If we get above the kind of 23.5 key level, if we get above 23.5 and hold, we could get up there, test 24s again. So hopefully that will happen with Bitcoin, and we'll take a look. Ethereum. So Ethereum, similar bullish double bottom pattern, the W formation, over $1,600. We're moving in the right direction at least. Cardano, they get the same bullish pattern following. It's maintaining over 51 cents. XRP. 37 cents, just over 37 cents. Again, want to see it over 38 cents really. But that's crypto. If there's a crypto coin you want me to take a look at, let me know. If there's a stock you want me to take a look at, let me know. Just post it in the chat. Post the ticker in the chat, and happy to take a look. Semi-LEDs Corporation, not great volume, but it's moving upwards. HSTD halted down. Well, this is the thing, when you get stocks like this that are extremely volatile, huge. I mean, this is going to gap down as well. So I'm seeing 236 as a resumption on my montage. So I don't think it'll be 236, probably 240 maybe, but it's going to gap down. It's going to gap down hard. So volatile up, volatile down. Let me see. Thought so. Scanner's not updated. Let's have a look. There we go. Just needed a refresh. In fact, I'll do that with all of them just in case. There we go. So what else is moving? Oh, guys, what are you trading? What is it that you guys are trying? Apdn's now moving. They're moving upwards. I want this above $5. I'm not interested in less than $5. So these prices are wrong. Let me just see if I can't. Replace the scanners. Replacing the scanners. No sense. There we go. That's all the scanners replaced. Should get some active updates now. HSDT 235. That's 250. It's about right. Upperware just going from strength to strength. The 15-minute scanner's not working for some reason. Go figure. Yeah, don't know why. Okay. I'll keep my eye on the other ones. Apdn it's broke $5. Now it's above the VWAP. So let's see what we can do. Got session high of 560. Yeah, absolutely. Always wait for the pullback. Okay. So if I up there, you've got to pull back here right now. Starts to make highs. Wait for it to confirm. If it then starts to make new highs, right? The high of this current candle is 83. So wait for the break of at least 790. Got the whole $8, which potentially could be a resistance level. So psychological levels, just be careful. Apdn. Back to the VWAP. Okay. Well, I don't use MACD crosses. It's a lagging indicator and all that kind of stuff. So I don't use my MACD is quite good for trending and oversold. You can use it for oversold, like the RSI, but I don't use the MACD personally. But some people like it. The histogram's interesting. Maybe we can get no, maybe not. I was thinking maybe we get a cup and handle here and it'll be a big breakout. The only real indicator that's leading is your price action and your volume. That's it. Those are the only ones that are giving you signals in real time. Should have been quicker on the scalp there, but I'm okay. 560 is my entry. Pulls all the way back to the VWAP, like it has done. By that dip. VWAP bounce back up. My average cost now is 46. Big red. Should move back up and test the $0.50 again. At least. How do you recognize fake outs? There's usually indicators, but very often it's difficult to recognize the fake outs, which is why you have your risk, why you have your stocks in place. So I got in there for the break of the $0.50. It moved up. I should have taken profit up at 575. It's the $0.75 level. Psychological levels mean resistance levels. So take profit at these psychological levels. $0.50 level now is a psychological level. I was not quick enough to get in for 550, but I bought the dip for a bounce on the VWAP. Now I could potentially reduce my exposure here. But I think we should break the $0.50. This is your cup and handle right here. There's your cup, and we've got a potential handle forming right here. I'm not overly worried right now. Could go against me. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. If you get reliant on crossovers, you know, moving average crossovers and RSI, I do like using the RSI along with Bollinger Bands as well for reversals. Then you look at the price action, and if you're getting something that's really exhausted, looking for reversals to short, or something that's really sold off, and look for reversals for a bounce. The RSI is MACD can be quite useful for that as well, but the RSI is particularly useful for that. Reversal strategies. Bollinger Bands as well. Try and keep it simple on this channel. Do go into some of those kind of techniques on the course, but for most new traders, I'm trying to keep it simple. Rejected at the $0.50 again. There's your cup. Here's your handle. Are we going to get the handle formation now? That's the question. Actually, I should put a stop in place just so I'm not getting flushed if it does. $0.20 stop. We got stopped out. Broke the VWAP. So that's okay. Still waiting for the breakout here. We'll watch this for the breakout. Still think this is a potential cup and handle setup. It certainly is looking that way on the higher time frames. High of this one is 35. Looking at the higher time frames, we've got 35 on the 2 minute, it's up at 60, 68 on the 5. And Apdn is the top, no, QRTEB. So QRate Retail's back on the scanners again. So let's have a quick look at low volume, big moves though. Well, Robin Hood's got its earnings this evening, so I might have a look at that after power hour. I might even trade that. We'll see. Might get some big swings on Robin Hood later. There's a definite cup and handle at the moment, unless it goes all the way back down to 460. messages. Catch up with them later. Oh, Grab. You want to take a look at Grab, George? Grab Holdings having a good day up at 338. It's choppy. Don't get me wrong, it's very choppy. Couple of candles green, couple of candles red, couple of candles green, couple of candles red. Choppy, but it's making progress. It's up 9% on the day. Okay, SCP just hit the momentum scanner. Where's my cursor? I want to go back to my signals. This one's up, got a bit of a flat top. 5-minute flag. Flat top up here, 266 for Hydro Farm Holdings. Worth watching. We're back in a second. What do you say? What else? Duo. No. Yeti making a comeback. Green on the day now. Media. Interesting. So on the 2-minute, this looks very inverse head and shoulders. If this gets over 525, we might see a move up with Media. Inverse head and shoulders could be interesting. Media, that's up at 513s right now, so you want to see this getting above the neckline here. So 525. That's just ruined the pattern, so that's gone. There's no inverse head and shoulders there. That's gone. This cup and handle is no longer a cup and handle. It's gone too far as well. We'll get a bounce on the whole dollar. That's the question. Broke. Look at HUD. HUD's actually moving up nicely. Ready for a sell-off at the bell, at the close. So HUD's Robin Hood, yeah, is this evening. Earnings, but you've got the laying off, huge amounts of the workforce. They've lost a huge portion of the customer base, so this rally is a false rally. It's going to sell off hard at the people are buying it, but it's going to sell off hard at the close, I would expect. BNDP, I've traded this one many times. Endo International. This moved up. I've not traded this one. I thought I had. No, I did trade this one last year when it was up at like $4 or $5 or whatever it was. $4. With 91 cents right now. Looking for a reversal here now. Bounce at the $5 range. Looking for 525. Take some profit at the VWAP. 23. So get over 520. I'll take some off. $5.12 is my average cost. $5.11 plus change. Largest volume candle we've had since the top of the hour. It's struggling, trying to get past 520, but up to 518. A lot of people watching at 520 level. Take a little bit off up there. Why did I get? Ah, that's why. Bloody spreads. Like, ask's moving, but the bid isn't. So I need to be wary of that. Buy that back. Buy that back at a discount. Give me an extra cent. Let's move. All gains. This is what happens with trading. It can be boring. Don't mistake that fact. Sometimes boring day is a good day. If all you're getting is slow but steady incremental gains, that can be a good day. At the moment I'm risking a little bit more than I really want to here. but expecting the bounce on the whole dollar. Five-minute was a fair cut. Let's see. Yeah, on the 1 minute, absolutely. We've also got a nice little hammer candle on the 5-minute. I'm already in this and I've got my trade plan set, so just because I see the exit indicators doesn't mean that I'm not going to let the trade plan play out. I've got my stop set anyway. That's the main thing. If you've got stop set, that's your safety net. Putting stops in place it actually forces you to be a little bit more disciplined. That's the thing. Because if you don't put your stops in place, you can end up just altering your trade to accommodate the price action, and that's not a good thing to do. The STX having big moves. The STX up at 440s, 450s now. That's moving big. Well, so my stop set at 490. I'm giving it 15 cents effectively on this. Not getting much change out of this. We've got a couple of fake outs there. We've got candles making new highs but not following through. So not giving us much change on any time frame really. Got a fake out on the 5. We've got multiple fake outs here on, which is why we got in the first place. Fake out on the on the 2 minute after the devil horns there on the, there we go. That's me stopped out there. So it's not easiest trading today, but after a couple of really good days, it's to be expected. Now, what was I looking at just briefly? Okay, so PSTX, which is Poseida Therapeutics. It's now the biggest mover on the day. This is down to the partnership with Roche, isn't it? So Poseida Therapeutics trading higher after the company announced it has entered into a strategic collaboration and license agreement with Roche to develop allogenic CAR T therapies. Poseida will receive 110 million up front and could receive another 110 in the near-term milestones. So that's why. Amtd didn't do anything. Got similar patterns actually forming with those. MTC didn't. Media, I'll keep an eye on that one. MTC's done nothing. Just a nice pullback. Added to the position there. Really probably should have took profits instead of adding, but those are the breaks sometimes. Struggling to put $5. Break highs. Yep, we're breaking high of day. Breaking highs up there. I'm just going to take half off, lock it in, get me that green on the day. But what's the range here? 30-cent trailing stop on this. Some profitability. I can always add to the position, but I've got 30-cent trailing stop on this right now. Locking in some gains. $7,500 shares on this right now. And some more gains. Oh, we're back in the green, guys. We gave away our Apdn trades earlier, so we were 3,000 up on Apdn. Gave 5,000 back, so now we're up on PSTX, so we're up 2,800 so far. Easy come, easy go. I think that's the terminology, isn't it? Hey, Quarter Roll, good to see you again. Okay. 3,200 on PSTX before that pullback. We got stopped out. That was a 30-cent trailing stop, so still breaking, testing highs. Would have probably taken that off at the $0.50 in hindsight. Taking some off at the $0.50 in hindsight. 1800 is not a bad day when you think of the the week that I've had so far. This is the biggest mover right now. It's another mover on low volume. KSPN, that's moving big, but on low volume as well. So this pullback is normal. A bounce at 5. That's 520. We're looking for 520 or higher. 522. I'm gonna trade in the 1 minute. $40, 525 or above. Yeah, absolutely, Fuzzy. I didn't want a red day. We've got. Can you hear that dog snoring? We've had 11 red days in a row. Sorry, 11 green days in a row up until today. So I didn't want to add to that. 10. I'll double check. But we've had 10 green days in a row, and then today. Oh. That is hilarious. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go for a break. I'm going to call it there. 1825 is the green level today. We'll give back quite a bit. We've managed to get green on PSTX. We went red on Apdn. Unfortunately, we were about $3,000 up on Apdn if you've only just joined, and then gave it back. Just trading a little bit too large in probably not the right conditions. So that's okay. Look, it happens. Easy come, easy go. That's what happens in trading. You win some, you lose some. So right now we're finishing this session. We'll be back later. We're finishing this session 1800 up. I'll do my little sales pitch now as well, guys. So if you're not interested, you can jump off. If you want to learn how to trade, me teaching you how to trade, go into my profile. Click on this little ugly mug here that's pointing at the chart, and click the link that says the TikTok Trader, Linktree, the TikTok Trader. It brings you through to this section. Now, all of these links are on the Linktree. If you're watching on YouTube or anywhere else, then the links are in the description. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can reach me. You can email me here. You can reach me. Go sign up to my YouTube. By all means, as well, subscribe to that. There's some good content there, and you can rewatch the earlier session from YouTube with a lot more information available to you. DM me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever you want to do. If you want to learn how to trade using my strategies, using my methodologies, come join Day Trade with Tony. You can do that. Here's a full syllabus again on YouTube. You can watch this introduction to trading for free. It's the first lesson in the course. See what you think. If you're not impressed, then of course don't worry about it. If you are and you want the rest of the content, there's over 20 hours of lecture material as well. Up until the end of August, you get this swing trade course. So at the end of August, I'm padding this out. There'll be a bigger swing trade course. It'll be a separate swing trade course. It's $150 a month. Now, before you come at me and say, lend me $150 or give me $300, as that happened yesterday, which I thought was quite amusing. If you can't afford $150, you can't afford to day trade. Probably stick to, crypto or forex or something. You can't day trade the stock market with less than $150 a month. Trust me. Ideally, I would say you really need $5,000 account to trade profitably. Anything less than that becomes more difficult. Say $150 a month, you get discounts for a longer term. Scroll down to the bottom, you get my first 6 months statistics and trader reports showing how profitable I am. Well, not so much profitable in May, but every other month, absolutely. So that's Day Trade with Tony. People keep asking me, how do I find stocks to trade? I use Benzinga scanners and trade alerts. Now you can use them too. Try it for free. Click the second link down. Go try your free trial. 14 days for free. If you like it, then you can sign up. Use the discount code DTWT35. You'll remember it when I say Day Trade with Tony 35. That gives you 35% off whatever subscription you go for life. Okay. If you want to log it, and I recommend you do log your trades, analyze your trades every single day. I'm going over my trades again. I'm reviewing them again, and TraderView is great for that. So what is TraderView? Well, this is TraderView. If I look at right now, August, great month, green month. It's only been 2 days, 3 days after today. So add to that 20,000 plus days in August. You can look at it from any kind of month as well. July, we had my second best ever trading month in July. I said the same about June, but July just outstripped it by $1,000. If we look at the detailed reports on the year, 755,000, $750,000 in trade profit. I'm just over 600K in net profit. It's not shown here, but after all the tax commissions and charges and things, my average daily gain is a little over $5,000. So I'm back on track for that 7-figure year. I want to maintain $5,000. That's my goal, $5,000 per day. That's my goal. And if we look at where I actually am in terms of the statistics, you can see here performance based on month of the year. June was 162,500, July 163, so not even a whole $1,000. We've already started off really well. We're almost at halfway point in terms of goal for August, based on the fact that I'm trying to get $100,000 per month. If I look at win-loss expectation, you can see how I'm actually performing across the year. It's a little better than 2 to 1 on my win-loss ratio. It's a little better than 2 to 1 on my accuracy, and then on my win-loss ratio as well. So trading really well this year, having a good year. The 7-figure goal is very much in sight, and I'll be doing it all again tomorrow. So again, check out the link tree for all of these details. I'll be doing it all again tomorrow. I'll be back tonight, actually. Forget tomorrow for a second. I will be doing it again tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. But I'll be back tonight for Power Hour. So if you were not sure what Power Hour actually is, Power Hour is the last hour of the market, and I'll be streaming that live. Whether I'm trading or not, I will be streaming that live. So by all means, join me at 8 o'clock my time, Dublin, UK, 9 o'clock on the continent for Power Hour. So that'll be 3 p.m. East Coast.
And I'll be back at it tomorrow as well. If you can't make Power Hour, if you're busy doing something else in your evenings or afternoons, if you can't make Power Hour, I'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 90 minutes before the market opens. So see you then. Have a good day, rest of your day, guys.